condemn Hamas? What about the ongoing genocide that is happening as we speak? Are the 75 years of the relentless occupation we have endured? What about denouncing the steadfast American support for Israel, fueling the devastation of Gaza and backing Israel's war crimes? Every 15 minutes, a child dies in Gaza. 50 families are completely wiped out. They don't have bomb shelters to run to. They don't have an iron dome to protect them, and they don't have billions of dollars to fall back on. Why are we painted as terrorists for assuming our fundamental human rights? Meanwhile, Israel's war crimes are being justified for self-defense. Journalists in the cities in Gaza said the one thing we can do is spread awareness about the atrocities happening to them. Hospitals have run out of supplies. Water is being rationed. People's homes are demolished. Over 1 million Palestinians have been displaced in Gaza. Parents are searching for their kids under the rubble. There is a projected death toll of estimated to be 10,000. These are not just statistics. These are human lives that are being lost.
Boo! Yep.
This is why I emphasize that if you're not standing up for the rights of Palestinians, it is time to confront your privilege. While we can temporarily escape the news by disconnecting, the people in Gaza have no such luxury. Here's what you can do. Talk to your elected officials. Demand an end to the blockade and demand the end to military aid. Hold corporations accountable who are helping this genocide. Support the BDS movement. Boycott, divestment, and sanctions. Challenge the anti-Palestinian rhetoric that has been spread across Western media, dehumanizing us and deeming us as terrorists. We must speak the truth. The resistance lives. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Hey, Joe Biden, you get high!
Hey, Joe Biden, you can't hide!
You are charged with genocide!
You are charged with genocide!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
There is only one solution!
There is only one solution!
Intifada revolution!
Intifada revolution!
There is only one solution!
There is only one solution!
Intifada revolution!
Intifada revolution!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Before I bring up the next speaker, I'm going to say one more thing. Actually, I'm probably going to say a few more things, but one thing right now. I also want people, when they speak to people, to ask them. You have a law in the USA called Stand Your Ground, where if somebody comes onto your property, by law you could shoot them. So what would you do if some people came from a whole other country and came to your house with the purpose to take it from you and kill whoever got in their way? What would you do to protect your family? What would you do to protect your children? Because that is what Palestinians are doing. They are protecting their children, they are protecting their families, they are protecting their land. And they have every right to do so. And they have every right under international law to use arms against an occupying force. When you attack somebody, when you murder somebody's family, you don't get to choose how they come back at you. You don't get to choose what form of resistance you're okay with. That's how it goes. Support Palestinian resistance on their own land. They didn't go to them. They're in their homes being attacked. And nobody should have to live what Palestinians have been living through for 75 years. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Next up, I want to bring my Palestinian brother, who traveled with me to Gaza in 2009. We went after they attacked in 2009 and witnessed the destruction ourselves. And I want you to tell him, I want him to tell you about how scary Palestinians are. Please make some noise for my brother that came all the way from New York, Rabbi David Feldman.
Thank you, Nancy. Yes, we visited together Gaza, and I always say our trip to Gaza was sad and encouraging. It was so sad to witness what was taking place at that time, and this is 16 years ago. The situation was very bad. We visited the Samuni family that was mentioned before. We visited the American school bound to the ground, and other devastation. It was sad and brought tears to our eyes, and I will never forget what I saw. When I close my eyes, I see Gaza. I see how it looked in 2009. And we can only imagine how it looks now. Nothing better, unfortunately so much worse. Let me tell you, we drove just now from halfway upstate New York. We had a loss of electricity this morning. I was eating breakfast, not in the evening but in the morning. And I had to light some candles on my table to see what's going on. And it came to my mind what's happening in Gaza now. We can't imagine. We have to use our imagination, and we would never be able to imagine how terrible now, how sad, and how catastrophic, how terrible Nakba this is. And we should, as people in the free world, whether we are Palestinian or we are human, especially myself, I'm Jewish, I'm so disturbed when all of this is being done supposedly in my name, and this is being, unfortunately, my religion is being misused to justify all these crimes. We have to overcome this propaganda, this Zionist propaganda that unfortunately reaches so many people around the world. We are here in the West, and if we just blindly read the news, we have everything wrong. I meet many people and I ask them, people come over to me, they know I support Palestine. They know I join Palestinian people out in public. And they come over to me and they ask me, Rabbi Feldman, Jewish people are being killed. And I ask them why. What suddenly happened? And guess what the reply is? As sad as that can be. People truly believe that Palestinians hate the Jews just because we are Jews. And they hated us ever for hundreds of thousands, for hundreds of years. And people truly believe that. So many people are innocent because of this information they receive. It's our duty to speak up and to have people have an alternative to all what they see in the news. That's one of the reasons we stand here on the streets, to speak up, to express our personal experience. And let me tell you this, another nice story from Gaza, and this is the encouraging part. What I said until now is the sad part of my trip, and here's the encouraging part. Before we went, we questioned whether it's going to be safe for a Jewish person. Not because we think that Muslims hate us, just because everything that was sadly done supposedly in our name, maybe some people wouldn't understand and realize what's going on, that not all Jews are the same. Finally, we did go. We went, Nancy will remember, for 24 hours only. The Egyptians would allow 24 hours only, and we have to thank them for that. We didn't have one incident that one Gaza person should say a bad word for Jews. Not one incident. And that is encouraging. That shows how close we are to peace. That shows that people, after all that happened to them, still are open to peace. I visited South Africa. We met many of the African people. And we wanted to hear how the oppression was and how they managed to overcome it after it stopped. And they said, many of them, I met many of them, they said, all we wanted was the serious and total end of the oppression. We wanted to have all information where our loved ones are buried. We want to know exactly what was going on. Once that took place, we turned the page to a new history. And that's it. This is exactly what is supposed to happen in Palestine. We have to realize, if we truly want to have a long-lasting peace, and we are talking here not to the people here, we're talking here to the United States of America and to the world. If we are truly concerned about the security of human beings, and we want to see in Palestine a long-lasting peace, we have to realize what is the root cause of all what's going on. It's not a difference of religion. We had a difference of religion way before all of this started. When Jewish people as a small minority lived in Palestine in a beautiful peace. Jewish people and Palestinian Muslims and Christians, the elders will still remember and tell you those stories. How beautifully we lived together, how we used to babysit the children, each other. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. This was a beautiful example of Muslim hospitality, which we as Jewish people truly appreciate.
Yeah.
It is the brutal occupation which destroyed a peace that was existing. We have to end this occupation in its entirety.
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!